What if the smartest hunter of the Cretaceous had to grow up from scratch, alone, in a forest 100 million years after its time? High in the Wyoming pines, the light bends, and a single egg lies still in the cold ferns. No parent fell through with it. No nest, no pack, no others of your kind anywhere. Just you, cracking the shell from the inside, blinking up at the wrong century. You are a Deinonychus, the animal the movies got wrong and called a raptor. And everything you will ever need to survive, you are going to have to figure out yourself. The first thing that tries to kill you isn't a predator. It's the night. You come out of the shell wet, warm-blooded, wrapped in thin down built for a humid Cretaceous coast, and a Yellowstone dark drops below freezing. You have no mother's body to curl against. So on your very first day, that oversized brain does the only thing it can. It learns. You press into the rotting warmth of a fallen log, out of the wind, and you wait for the sun. You live. Lesson 1, learned alone, hours old. Out here, the weather hunts too. Hunger comes next, and you are far too small to hunt anything that could hunt you back. So you start where you can win. Insects in the bark, a beetle, a slow mouse in the leaf litter. Every catch teaches you something, how things move, how they freeze, how they bolt. You are not the terror of this forest. You are a hand-sized orphan learning the shape of a world nobody taught you. But you are learning faster than anything born here, and that is the one edge you were hatched with. You grow. By your first autumn, you're the size of a dog, fast and sharp and far too confident. You find fawns, and in your blood is a memory that says prey is heavy and slow. These aren't. You break cover and a fawn hits full speed in a single heartbeat, uphill, through timber, and leaves you standing in the dust. Your legs are quick, but this forest is quicker, and raw speed is a losing game here. So you file it away the way you file everything. Another rule for the growing map inside your skull. Bigger now, you finally corner a young deer, and you reach for the famous weapon, the curved sickle claw on each foot. Your hunting instinct sends you in, and the claw skids off hide and bone. The deer twists, and it's gone with a red line down its flank while you stand there empty. That failure teaches you the truth paleontologists would only work out much later. That claw was never a blade. It was a hook, a grip, meant to hold prey down, not cut it open. You'd been swinging a hand like a knife. So you change. You stop trying to cut, and you start trying to hold. But before you can master any of it, this forest sends its real teachers. You're still half-grown, 60 pounds of overconfidence at a carcass, when 3 gray wolves flow out of the tree line. This is the one modern predator that hunts the way your kind was built to, as a team, with patience, with a plan. And they run their plan on you. 2 press from the right. The moment you turn to face them, a 3rd takes you low from your blind left. You never even see the move that puts you down. You break for a crack in the rocks, bleeding from your flank, and you squeeze in just deep enough that their jaws close on air. You lie there in the dark, shaking, listening to them pace outside. You don't forget it. You can't. Remembering is the one thing you do better than anything alive. You memorize every step of the move that beat you. That crack in the rocks is where the raptor really grows up. You heal slow, you can only hunt small things, you stay invisible, and you turn every failure of the last year into a method. You stop chasing and start reading. Where the deer drink when they move, which trail they take when the wind comes from the west. You pin prey now instead of slashing it. You hunt on the warm days and shelter through the frost. Season after season you get bigger, quieter, harder to surprise, and the whole time, underneath it all, you are replaying 3 wolves and 1 perfect flanking move. By the time you're full grown, you move through the forest without wasting a step, 3 meters of lean muscle and one of the sharpest minds these mountains have ever carried. You're not the strongest thing out here. A bear outweighs you, a wolf can still take you one-on-one, but nothing reads this forest the way you do. The deer have learned to fear a shape they have no name for. And somewhere in the next valley, the same wolves that once left you bleeding in a rock crack are still running the exact same play they beat you with, on elk, on moose, on everything. They've never had to change it. They're about to wish they had. When they find you again, they don't recognize the half-drowned pup they chased off years ago. They just see prey that won't run right. They fan out. 2 press from the right. A 3rd circles to your blind left, the same move, muscle for muscle, that put you down as a child. Only this time you already know every step of it, because you've done nothing but study it for years. So you give them exactly what they expect. You stumble, you turn, you look beaten, and you back the whole fight toward the creek, where 2 nights of frost have glazed the bank in black ice. They read your retreat as weakness and commit all 3 at once. The 2 on your right rush. You pivot. Not away this time, but through the gap onto bare gravel your feet can grip. The pack, at full speed, hits the ice. Paws scrabble, bodies slide, the perfect flanking line folds into a heap of legs. For 1/2 second, the smartest hunters in the valley have no footing and no plan. And you have both. You take the nearest one hooked claw, your full weight, done. Before the slick ice lets them stand, you're already turning on the next. You never beat their strength. You beat the plan. Their plan. The one you've been carrying since you were small enough to fit in a crack in the rocks. The survivors break off. They just recalculate and quietly decide to leave this stretch of forest. And that's how it ends. Not with a roar, not by killing everything. Over the following weeks, the deer shift their trails, and the wolves move their patrols a valley over. You didn't conquer this place. You grew up inside it. You stand on the ridge at dusk. No parent you ever knew, no pack, no others of your kind anywhere, the last mind of your kind on Earth, and this strange cold forest finally feels like something you understand. Out here, the strongest thing rarely wins. The thing that learns fastest does. And nothing in these mountains ever learned faster than the orphan that hatched with nothing but a brain and a very long memory.